So how do you get a huge reaction on LinkedIn? Well, simply, just put up a post that looks like this. And straight away, you'll get people's attention. Now, I've seen this post before, I've seen the picture before, and I've noticed every time people have used it, they've talked about what they do and they've boasted about the service they can provide. And I've noticed that nobody's reading those articles, a few likes and a few comments. But I decided to really find out what people thought by asking them a question. And I just put up this following statement, which just says, if that's the case, then why is it that 87% of people or employees are disengaged in the work? This is the response that I got. Almost 47,000 likes, over 1,000 comments, and shared over 4,800 times. And that was just in 8 weeks. Now, a lot of people have responded and talked about, well, you know, what's wrong with their employees? Employees talking about what's wrong with their staff. I had some employees saying that they had given all their staff all these conditions, they've given them so many things, but they still, and using their words, they still shit on us from a great height. I had a lot of employees complaining about their bosses, that bosses don't understand them. There's a lot of micromanagement going on. Well, simply, it's very basic, it's not rocket science, it's all about communications. Let's look at it across the board. If you want to connect with your children, you have to be able to communicate with them. Your spouse, if you want a better relationship with them, you need to be able to communicate in the right way. It's the same thing with your employees. Understanding them and being able to talk to them in the way that they need to be spoken to, the way they want to be spoken to. It's not a matter of wrapping your staff up in cotton wool, and it's not a matter of micromanagement. Those two extremes will give you the same results. You'll have staff who are disengaged. If you want your staff engaged, you need to be able to understand their personalities and talk to them in the way they need to be spoken to. Give them tasks that they feel like they are actually giving back to the organisation. They have a place that they belong in, that they are needed there, that they are welcomed, that they contribute to the organisation. It's not about giving them extra money. Yes, you've got to give them a living wage where they can survive and have a happy life, but you don't have to be giving a lot of pay rises away, because you do that, they'll just keep wanting more because they're still going to be disengaged. It's all about being able to read people more effectively. So, how do you do it? Well, very simply. Now, I used to use psychometric profiling and all those different formats to try and read people, but the problem with those is you put people in boxes. And each and every individual, if I ask you, how do you want to be treated? I guarantee you'll say that you want to be treated as you really are yourself as an individual. Well, how do I do that? Your facial features will tell me your personality. As you walk past me in the street, I understand your personality. I know how you want to be spoken to, how you want to be treated. I know where your strengths are. I know where your downside, the weaknesses, the things that will actually cause you stress in the workplace or in a relationship. And I can do that as you walk past me. Then that tells me how I need to speak to you to make that connection. I also have your body language and your expressions that tell me exactly how you're feeling. It gives me the feedback as to whether I've got it right. Now, this is something that anyone can do. And that's what I teach people. I teach them through, I've got online courses, I've put up a lot of examples, videos, etc. on LinkedIn, Facebook. You can see those. They're all sitting there waiting for you to just go and check. But if you really want to find out how to connect with your staff and how to connect with your employer, know how to connect with your spouse so that you're not taking problems home from work and not bringing problems from home to your workplace. How to be able to talk to everybody in the way and have better connections. And the best way to do that is just send me a message and we'll have a quick chat and I can show you how to do that. In the meantime, though, there'll be some links here where if you want to check out the online courses, you can go and see what other people have said that they've received out of doing those courses. At the same time, my website link is there, but specifically the success story page, where you'll hear other people talking about what they've received in all areas of their life, in business, in personal life, in raising their children, and teachers talking about how they've used this skill to engage their students and get better results from their students, and for them to have a happier life as well. At the end of the day, everything we do is based on communication. That communication is based on the relationship that we create with other people. So if you want to have engaged staff, learn how to read your staff and know how to talk to them in a respectful manner. At the same time, if you're an employee wanting to get on better with your boss, learn how to read them, know how to speak to them. That changes the engagement that you have. And as I said, just drop me a message and I'm happy to have a chat with you and give you some directions on how to do that. Okay? Catch you later. Bye-bye.